Hello, everybody. How are you guys? Can everyone hear me okay? If you can you just put yes, I can hear you. You guys can tell I'm running a little bit late. Today, I need a moment to adjust myself, making myself look at the present, guys. I bought you all present today, right here. Actually, this way, this way, this way. Look at that. Look at the present. My son actually helped me wrap them and stack them up together because I told him that Mama want to present some virtual gifts to her friends on social media. Not that he knows what that is, right? Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, I'm really excited to show off my present in the background. I know I'm such a geek. How are you? Hello, Dipto. Woohoo! Have you moved yet, Dipto? Ash, hello, Ash. How are you? Paul, you're here the first time. Welcome, Paul. So I run a live stream twice a week, not one. My Tuesday will be the Tuesday 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's really the stream to answer all of your interview questions, Amazon or not. Okay, basically, I'm your career coach. Come to me with your questions prepared and I will get them answered for you. My Friday stream is primarily for leadership, which is people who are interviewing from level 6 or any people leadership position at Amazon, Facebook, Google, your company of choice. Okay. But if you're here for the first time, welcome, Paul, and everyone else who's watching. My name is Holly. It sounds a little, I don't like what I sound like right now. Let me know if you all can hear me. Okay. My name is Holly. I am a career coach. I spend the last 20 years in high tech company, hardware, software, embedded, scientists, you name it. I've done it all. I'm here to simply, with a huge passion, to help as many people as I can to land a job offer. In this case, naturally, a lot of the folks who's interviewing at Amazon all comes to me. Okay. Um, I wanted to share with you that earlier this week, I was on the phone with my old friends from Facebook, my last employer. It was really funny because she was asking me, she said, Holly, when are you going to start talking about Facebook? Well, it's not that I don't talk about Facebook. You just have to come and ask me questions about Facebook. It was really funny because they're saying that, well, what if we were to just put your YouTube channel on all of our candidate prep for Facebook, but you need to start talking about Facebook? I'm like, okay, I'm going to start talking about Facebook. So in 2021, what does that mean for my YouTube channel? I wanted to take it beyond just Amazon. Don't freak out. I'm still going to talk about Amazon because Amazon is always going to be that employer that has the most open opportunity because they have the most products and services, thousands of them. Okay. So it will always be there. But the one thing to keep in mind is professionals, if you do everything I'm asking you to right inside material, it doesn't matter if you're in construction, wink, wink, manufacturing, I see you, you know, consulting management company. You notice I didn't say technology company, right? Because literally every person that I have helped so far did not come from a tech company. True story. Even if they do, it is their own company, startup. Okay. The exciting thing was just this week alone, 3 of my VIP member have landed a job offer. One of them is in his final loop at Amazon, but he was managed to get an offer from PayPal and another company of his choice. Okay. You see where I'm going here? So please, please, please do not think my channel is just for Amazon. I'm not an Amazon coach. I'm simply just a career coach for you. Okay. So happy Friday. Woohoo! And if you are new to my channel, if you haven't already, 97% as per our friend YouTube algorithm tells me that you are not a subscriber. So please do. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification because when you do, it will trigger you as I'm coming on live. I also have a community bar as well. And what that means is that when I do posting or sharing my quick tips and strategies, whatever that may be, it's only for my YouTube community. Okay. And if you're interested in the Friday stream, in order for you to leave a comment starting January 1st, you have to be a paid member by clicking the giant join button on any of the video. Okay. So in today's sections, I would love to answer all of your questions. The reason why I want to talk about LinkedIn and branding for the second time is because it's been very underutilized with love. Okay. What I mean by that is every single person who came to me, now I have a team to help me read all of your LinkedIn messages. But don't worry, even though if my team are responding to you, I still get and read all of them. I just don't have the bandwidth to respond to you in time. And that's why I need help. Okay. Paul, you mentioned that you've reached out to me to please respond to you. I thank you, by the way. I get a lot of messages, and every single one of those messages is, Holly, can you look at my LinkedIn? Holly, can you look at my resume? Holly, here's a job description for Amazon. Can you tell me what this means? Can you tell me what level this is? Can you give me a quick tip? All day long. Guys, that's what the live stream is for. And this live stream right here costs you $3.99 a month. Okay. And the one on Tuesday is absolutely free to you. For me to really take the time and respond to individual, I need to see, and by the way, I don't respond to just everyone. And so does my team. We wanted to make sure that you are very eager and ambitious, because for us to stop doing everything and give you a last minute tip, which is, here is all of my templates right here, guys, right here. Go look at this template or go look at that template. It answers all of your questions. And I guarantee you, every single person who's reached out to me on LinkedIn have not looked at that. Okay. So the preaching is over. Can a girl please get a star so we can get this party going? A shit. Hoo-hoo. Patreon member in the house. Harpreet, how are you? Thank you guys for supporting my work on Patreon by simply buying me a coffee. You don't have to, but really appreciate that. And some of you have followed me across all of the social platform. So thank you. Suraja, hi Holly. I recently fell an Amazon leadership onsite. I am passionate, would like to know how I can go for others. What do you mean by go for others? Other roles within Amazon or other companies? And Sarija, just to let you know, when you have a fail interviewed, well, I really shouldn't say fail interview. Hang on one second, guy. I don't know what is going on here, but it seems like I'm not. Oh, there you are. Excuse me, pardon me. What you need to do, I can tell you right now, is two things. It doesn't matter what your question is and when you're struggling. Two biggest thing, guys. Number one is your professional branding in the way you articulate your experiences. Okay. When you're interviewing, you need to know your background so well that it really doesn't matter what kind of questions the employer asks you, you should be able to answer them. Okay. I can tell you guys this right now, the fact that you didn't make it to your Amazon interview one time, two time, three time, four time, five time. Yes, I have folks like that in my VIP community as well as my star interview accelerator. And within a month, they turn around by knowing more about their brand, knowing more about the right position to apply for or to be considered for, and also all the different skills in creating your stories. Okay. I can tell you this right now. If you do not make it through, not just Amazon, any job interview, it has so much to do with your personal branding. If you're interested in me reviewing your LinkedIn profile, please do drop the name that you use on here, and I'm more than happy to pull up your LinkedIn profile. Okay. In the normal days, I would have you fill a form and do it in advance. But if you don't show up to my live, I would rather, I would rather service. I would rather help those who are taking your time in showing up. Okay. That's what the problem is. You need a lot of work in creating your stories and all of it. And by a show of hand, who can tell me right here, how many times have you actually recorded yourself? How many times have you recorded yourself? Give me a number in the very bottom, okay? Ashley. Oh, Ashley, I thought you were Ash. There's actually two different Ash. So, about my Patreon community, where I do a monthly Zoom call for free, by the way, 2 hour every single month. The thing that really struck me is there come a time that I have over 100 members, and every time when I do these live, I'd be lucky to get 3 to 4 people who show up to a free session. It's very interesting for me, and I share this with you guys, those who show up yesterday. But guess what? The 3 people who show up, they get results right away. And guess what? They are also interviewing at Amazon. They have their stories. Yesterday, for those who actually did attend, I gave them, I should say, I'm going to give them access to my networking sheets that I put together, by the way, and also examples from my coaching community. Example meaning verbiage should how you are reaching out, asking um, to network with hiring leaders across Amazon or whatever company you choose, as well as networking with the right individual, even looking at them as a mentor. Okay. There's a lot of that stuff. Like I've said, if you're going to reach out to me just for the sake of reaching out to me for a quickie here and there, it's really hard for me to respond to you with an intelligent answer because I'm doing it twice a week, every single week here. I'm also doing it for free for my Patreon member. And people just need to show up. If you simply just want to support me, it's all good. But if you truly need help, if you pay attention, I've had so many free content out there, webinars, examples, the links that I have to show you. You could just screenshot it right off of YouTube. You can download my stuff. By the way, can you please give me a show of hand? Let me know. Give me a star on the bottom. Let me know that you have already downloaded my star template, which is like this. This is my star template. This template walk you through word by word on what I've done when I was at Amazon. That is the most innovative thing that I've done. You can also use the same story as your weaknesses. Of course, you have to twist everything, right? Don't use you cannot recycle the same story by saying the same thing. But I also have a video about that as well to teach you how to do it. So it doesn't matter what you guys have in back of your mind. I have a video for every single thing in timestamp. Timestamp. If you don't know what timestamp means, if you click on a video, if you look on the description section or even the comment section, I'm making it so easy. You guys are spoiled. Okay? Can you say amen? I'm spoiled. You guys are so spoiled. I go back and rewatch all the stream, which I really don't like watching my own stuff, and put a timestamp in there. Okay? Well, myself or my team. We're going to do that for you because I don't want you to waste time. January is around the corner. Budgets are approved for employer. I want you to think just beyond Amazon and not just Amazon to get job interview. Okay? All right. Ashish, hello, hello. Yep. MX4. Yes, you can hear me. Jose, welcome back. Tuesday and Friday stream. I love it. Appreciate the thumbs up. Leonardo Lovo. How are you? Leonardo Love, I would love to review your LinkedIn profile. Well, first of all, what is your real name so that I could pull up your LinkedIn profile? You don't have to leave a link on here. Do not leave a link on the chat. I just don't want you to get spam. If someone were to spam you, it's going to take them more time to copy and paste your name, and most people are just not going to do that. Okay? So, Leonardo, I'm going to take your name right here. I'm going to share my screen in a second, but for now, hang on one second. Por favor. Let me make it fancy for you guys. I actually have a better overlay prepared, but because I'm short on time. Oh, there you are, Leonardo. I found you. You're right here. Okay. Leonardo, my friend, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. For the 33 people who's watching right now, can a girl please get a thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. I will be able to come on and do more live stream for you and not rely on just ads. Hey, I'm being very vulnerable here. There's no sugarcoating or hiding anything here, so it truly does support my channel. Thank you very much. And let's go ahead and share the screen. Here you go. Here's our friend, Leo. Leo, I don't like the profile picture because it just seems like you take a wedding photos or whatever and just zoom it all the way in. It's too close. Okay. If you even take a look at mine up here on the very top, you want to at least show your neck or show something that's a little bit more professional yet personable, meaning with a smile. Keep the smile, but zoom out a little bit. Never turn on the side and make sure you're right in the front. Okay. It's good for the employer or your future hiring manager to know who they're getting into by looking at your photo. Okay. Bum bum bum. If I read here, you see right here your headline. If I'm reading your headline, I need to be able to tell that that is a position that you would be a good fit for, and I'm going to hire you for that. Okay. So I haven't looked at the rest of your body yet. I'm going to assume that you are a business and market development. I don't really know what that means. Commercial sales, CX and CS is good, but I would probably need a little bit more meat up here on what is your domain expertise. Do you have software technology experiences? Because you don't want company to only look for you for sales position, because you mentioned biz development, right? But you want them to come to you. Let's just say, what if they are a very hot pre-IPO startup in Brazil, right? You want them to reach out to you. And I talked about buzzword in the last Friday stream. If you missed that, please go back to that stream, and look at my timestamp. There's timestamp on everything, so you're not wasting your time and watching the entire 2 hour live stream. I talk about the importance of using buzzword. So the more stuff you put on here on the very top that's relevant to what you have done or able to done, not what you're going to get into, but things that you already have experience on, you want to brag about that a little bit. Okay, it's really cold here. Let me turn up my heater. Sorry guys, it is freezing in Seattle. Okay, let's go down to about me. um okay, it's a lot here. I'm not going to read all of this. So what I'm going to read is, I want to know how many years of experience do you have and in what. Passionate about improving development in people skills and all that is not necessary. What you guys put on your LinkedIn profile or your resume, for example, try to avoid things such as like a people person, great communication skill, like all of that stuff is really soft. I don't know what other coaches are saying, but every career coaches or strategists, however you want to call us, have our own style. My style is, I don't want my time to be wasted. And I can tell you, having worked for Microsoft, for Google, for Amazon, three of the core products, major brands within Amazon, and recently at Facebook, people are not going to care what kind of people skill you have, or basically all of the soft functional stuff. They want to know your hard skill. What can you do? If you're a business development person, what is the dollar amount that you're able to close in your sales? What is your business impact? What is your customer impact? You see where I'm going? So you want all that stuff. It's like boom, 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 fire off right here. If you're, just judging from the top here, I get a sense that you're a commercial salesperson. I haven't looked at the rest of the stuff here. The CS analyst and what you have up here is very contradicting. So you're going to need to change your branding, okay, Leo? You have to be very, very clear. And I'm going to ask you that when we go to your employment history. But over here is really tell me about yourself. Okay? That tell me about yourself and nothing more and nothing less. When you tell me about yourself, you want to keep it as short as possible. I could do it in 15-second, 20-second even. Again, take everything that I'm showing you with a grain of salt. What I'm doing is, I know that will help. And most of the interviewers are very A-type. Let's be honest here. High-tech companies do not want to waste their time. They do not. Okay? I still hang out with my buddies in recruiting and hiring leaders, engineering leaders, directors, VP. I'm still friends with a lot of them, with all of the FANG companies, and we still talk. We still talk, and these are some of the feedback they're giving me as well. Okay, let me give you an example. If I have to talk about, um, tell me about yourself, Holly. I'm a career coach. I have over 2 decades of experience in technology recruiting, and also working with senior to C level executive, in either helping them land opportunities with the FANG company, which is the Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple in the world. Or in the last year, I have my own business in helping those individual prepared for their job interview, defining a clear vision and professional branding so that they are prepared to land the next big thing for their career growth. Period. That's it. No more, no less. Okay. So if I have to do tell me about yourself right there, that section, I would put down really what I just mentioned out of my mouth. Okay. So when you're talking about that, if you want people to read it, you have to be very to the point that are selling yourself. You're selling yourself by providing more content in why they should hire you and why they should be looking at your information. Okay. And this part, it's going to help the recruiter to find you with your buzzword. So you're going to put a bunch of buzzword on here. In my case, I mentioned career coaching. I mentioned executive. I mentioned senior level. I mentioned technology. Those are my ideal clients. Even though there's been quite a few new graduates and campus folks who came to me and end up getting a job at Amazon within a month. I know I have to mention that because they are pretty impressive. The junior folks pick up so quickly. All right. You see where I'm going. Um the curious engagement, no, get rid of it. Get rid of all of I would have an area called domain expertise. What is domain expertise for you? Because as I'm reading through your LinkedIn profile right now, I still don't understand what you've done. Domain expertise means, for example, Google digital marketing. Don't put fundamentals. Fundamental to me means the basic. I know the base. No, don't. Just put Google digital marketing, strategic account management. Yes, e-commerce, or you could put retail and e-commerce. Okay, you're hitting the buzzword again so you can be found. Okay, business strategy, business development, commercial sales, operation, all of that are your domain expertise. Have you worked for technology company? What type of industry have you worked for? Is it technology? Is it operation? Is it manufacturing? So you want to mention that again. Those are all very, very high quality buzzword. Okay, I'm giving you guys a free webinar right now because I appreciate you being my paid YouTube member and you've been following me for a while. And you need to fix your professional branding so that you could be considered for the right role. Okay. A lot of you, if you have failed your interview, not because you're not, I mean, I don't want you to be demotivated. You're probably not interviewing for the right role. Okay. 3M is an amazing company. It is a amazing, amazing company. If I'm reading here again, I don't really know what you've done. Okay. I don't. And if I may be raw, if I can have your permission to be raw, Leo, if I look at this, I probably would pass right now because CS specialist, I don't know what CS is. Is it computer science? Is it customer service? Is it customer experience? What is it? So I would put customer experience specialist, which doesn't really mean anything. And what role are you trying to get to? Okay, so it doesn't mean anything. So I would qualify a little bit more. You have been in these roles like 4 years here, 3. My goodness, you have a lot of experiences. I would add at the bare minimum. I would put 2 bullets here. Even as an intern, you were here for 2 years. What have you done in those 2 years? As assistant, what have you done in 3 years? Give me at the bare minimum 1 to 2 sentences. What was your role and responsibility? And give me a couple bullets. What have you delivered? What was your impact? Why, how would you be able to own the stuff that you have already done for 3M? Okay. I know you've done something. I know you're amazing. You have to be because you're with them for so long. And if you're not good in what you do, the employer won't keep you for over a decade. Okay. So a lot of the meat is missing, guys. And if you want me to review your LinkedIn profile, please do not reach out to me via LinkedIn. I do not have the bandwidth to do this one off. Okay. That's what private coaching is for, by the way. Okay, finance management analyst. It's confusing to someone with a recruiting background because you're a business analyst, you're an analyst, absolute analyst. But if I looked at after being in the industry for nearly 20 years, you're a specialist. So I'm not really sure where your career growth is and what is next for you. So you wanted to be very adamant, like up here as well. I would just simply put, do you want to go to a business marketing development position? If you don't, I would simply just put business and finance analyst on here on the very, very top. At least that's going to get attention because all of this doesn't really tell me anything about what you can deliver and what would be a good fit. Okay. I would put finance and business analyst. In fact, I would put senior business and finance analyst right here using this. I'm a big fan of this, by the way, for headline. It looks really clean, right? And I would also put market development. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by market development? Because if I'm looking at your background, there's nowhere that says market or development. You see where I'm going? Okay. So like this is how you're putting right here. If you're going to use this, then use this. Don't use this and bullet at the same time. Okay. Normally I won't be interested to see anything older than 10 years experience, but I almost feel like your earlier on year of experience looks more interesting to me than the most recent 14 years. So keep it. Okay. But if you're going to use this, that's fine. You can use this. I don't know what it's called, but this is what I mean by career highlight. Look at this. Raising 25% of sales growth. Great. Now I'm interested. I wanted to learn more of how you're able to do that. Okay? You see where I'm going, my friend? This is good. This is excellent. Look at this. Cash flow process optimization to reduce 30% of operation. This is perfect. Great job, Leo. But if you look at the last 14 years, nothing is mentioned. Okay? Let me know if you have any other questions. One last thought. You did a really good job. If you have any education, I would advise you to remove all dates on your resume and LinkedIn profile. And okay, certification, just remove all dates. It will eliminate any um, yeah, age biases or any kind of biases because you don't want them to look at the year or focus on things that are different from your skills. Okay. All right. Let's go back to us. Hello, the 46 member who is watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy that LinkedIn profile review. Remember, I just did Leo, but you don't have to be Leo, okay? You could just rewatch and look at the type of feedback that I'm giving to Leo and implement that for your own. Okay? You can do the same thing. Hello, Chander. Hello to you. Catherine, welcome back. New Jersey in the house. Phone interview in 1 hour. All right. Can we please wish her the best of luck? Ashley, I'm working on LinkedIn today to prep for my loop, looking at the page to prep. That's excellent. Actually, your LinkedIn profile, and someone actually disagreed with me on the, I think it was, I can't remember whom, but somebody basically just said, Holly, I disagree. It's depending on how you see it. Resume is most important. No, it is not. If you are networking, if you're reaching out for the recruiter or the hiring manager, it doesn't matter who you reach out to. What do they look at? Your LinkedIn profile. If your LinkedIn profile doesn't make sense, do you think they're going to ask you for your resume? No. If your LinkedIn profile makes sense, it has everything fluidly from the moment of the organization you work for, what have you done for them, what was your overall contribution, they would love it. They would fall off their chair. I would fall off my chair. Okay. So this is hearing specifically from someone as a recruiter, as a leadership recruiter, as a talent leader, as a hiring manager, as a trainer for interviewing. Okay. So just hear my voice. Focus a lot of your energy on your LinkedIn. Once you have that down, you can transform all of that into your resume, and you can expand a little bit more on your resume, but make sure you guys don't go beyond 2 pages, okay? Thank you so much, Harpreet, for the star. Yay! RP, always a pleasure to have you back. Catherine, I love my star. Thank you so much for the hands up. Hands up. I feel like I wanted to sing here. Thank you so much. I love hanging out with you guys on a Friday. Shaladidya, hello, good morning to you. How are you? I have a lot of VIP member on here. Shriya, other inside Amazon, do I need to wait for 6 months? What do you mean by that? If you don't make it past an Amazon interview, it's really depending on why. And I talk about this a lot on the Tuesday live stream. You need to rewatch a lot of that because I don't want to take up a lot of the folks' time. A lot of the people who are coming in on Friday have already rewatched a lot of that stuff. But in general, if you don't make it through the loop, and this is how you know if you can reapply for 6 months, because the recruiter will tell you. Okay. If the recruiter says, go ahead, you can reapply to any position you want except this position title, that means you don't have the experience and the scope or the scale for that role. If you wanted to reapply, it's going to take you for at the bare bone 1 to 2 years, which means you have to gain that experience in the current role doing more, or you have to move on to a different opportunity before you land at an Amazon. I talked about this in my Patreon office hour yesterday. Excuse me, guys. That's what happened when you're overexcited. I talked about this and I went into detail about the Amazon environment and what I meant by large scope, large scale, and what I meant by not paying attention with the level that you're interviewing for, because Amazon truly look for just one thing. Are you smart enough to pick up on things that you don't have industry experience from? Because Amazon doesn't care if you have a college degree, even. They don't care. They don't. If you have one, great. If you don't, awesome. but can you do the job? That's all they care about. Okay. So the way how we articulate your answer for Amazon is very specific. If you are a general person and you don't have a specific example on any of the behavioral questions, you won't make it through. You may already have the experience and need help in presenting yourself. And that's what the VIP group is for. It's for professionals who really needs help in getting their story reviewed and making them perfect and going through, as well as job search tutorial and networking. Okay. That's a difference between my Start Interview Accelerator, where I'm literally holding your hand, like literally holding your hand and giving you access to my online course and daily coaching and weekly office hour. There's a big difference between the two. But if you need extra hand holding, and my Star Accelerator is perfect for that, because I've seen dramatic result just within 2 weeks of members being in that course. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Don't focus of how long should I wait, when can I reapply, but the right questions that we should be asking ourselves is, just think of, what do I need to improve? I can tell you right now, is in your storytelling. Okay. Ashley, are you interested for me to review your LinkedIn profile? I think you are, but I don't want to show your LinkedIn profile on the World Wide Web. Just let me know in the bottom if you do. Okay. Ponan, how are you, Ponam? Ponam. Jose, zero. Jose, my friend, you need to start. I know it's really hard. You guys need to start hitting the button record. Okay? You could start on your mobile phone if that rocks your boat, but eventually you want to go on Zoom because you want to look at the camera. It will be very uncomfortable. But you can do it. And actually, you've recorded yourself 5 times. I recommend 50. Okay? If you want the job, you got to be able to tell yourself, how hard are you willing to work in order to do that. Catherine says 10. 10 time is okay. 10 time is just knowing, knowing enough about yourself. But if you want it to really dive deep and be able to answer any questions the interviewer are tossing at you, you need at the very bare minimum, 30 times. Okay. Of my community member who all landed a job offer, and I just mentioned that 3 of them did in my VIP coaching just this week. And if you ask them how many times have you recorded themselves, there's quite a lot. It's definitely not 10 times. Okay. The last time when I asked one of them, it was already 30 times, and that was a month ago, and they've been with me for 2 months. Ashish. Oh, by the way, just coming back for a second here, the 4 people who show up to my Patreon monthly office hour, here's an amazing things, guys. The first thing, I'm so excited to share this with you. The first thing I asked them is, I said, okay, guys, you're 4 out of the many that shows up. Show me, where are you at? What have you done to prep yourself? Because I, as a coach, wanted to see, are you going to waste my time today? How am I supposed to coach you if you're not ready for me? Okay. Because I want to make sure that you're actually implementing everything that I do. And guess what? All 4 of them, they took like a thick stack of paper and they were doing this. They're like, Holly, look, here's 100 pages. Here's all the questions. Here's my answer. Here's everything that I've done. That's how prepared I am in showing up for your session. And I was so excited. I was on fire. So, guys, in order for you to get a job at Amazon, and I know for a fact that a few of them are interviewing at Amazon, Amazon and Microsoft as well. You know who you are. I don't have to drag your name into this. That's how you're able to do it. Okay. When I say how many time, and look at Ashish, he says 30 time, and you better bet he's in my community. Okay. My bar for my community member is very high, because week over week, why would you want to be in a community when you're not going to move things along to do the work? Okay. I also look for bias for action, which is, are you going to ask me a questions for every single thing? You guys all know my style. Everything is over indexed, meaning that what you're going to ask me is already in there. You just have to look for it, especially if you're part of my community of any kind of VIP or Star Accelerated interviewer. Everything is highlighted. I even have a button that says start here. All you have to do is click on that, in red, by the way, in case you miss it. We'll walk you through every single thing. I'm so anal and detail because I want to make it easier for you guys. Okay. So all you have to do is follow every single thing. The community member who follow everything, which is 80% of you, those 85% will all end up getting an offer within 2 weeks to 2 months. True story. So far, it's been a wave that I'm seeing. And even with my YouTube community member, 130 of you guys landed an offer. Do you want me to repeat that number for you? It is true. And a lot of them, when they come in, they're saying, Holly, this is what I've done. And when I ask them, what do you think that really works with the strategies? Every single person says the STAR method, the way how I'm able to really streamline, extremely gritty, and being extremely concise in the how and the delivering results. Okay, every single person. Guess what else they did? They also have a stack of paper that they handwritten exactly what I've asked you to do, because if you don't do the work, guys, it just doesn't feel rewarding that you, first of all, you won't get an interviewed. When you get an interviewed, you can't pass your interviewed because you don't have the story. You don't need 50 story. You just need 15 to 20. Okay. And all of them are already on my playlist. All right. I have to mention that because the lack of motivation and demotivation, it is real, it is serious. All of them have been there. I have been there. You know, if you guys for a moment think that being a YouTube creator is easy, you're wrong. It took me a year and a half to get this, even just to get this look. And I messed up. I forgot a whole bunch of stuff in the background. There's always going to be mistakes. You're always going to feel a little nervous in the interview, but the bare minimum is you're prepared. You know what you're talking about. Your content is there. Okay. So that's the whole point that I really wanted to show you guys, that you need to show up for yourself. And I don't even read some of my messages anymore because you're asking me silly question. Okay. Bear in the Wild says recorded 20 times. Yay! I wanted to develop a Scarlett Johansson filter. I'm so weird looking. You do whatever you must, friends. You need at least 30 times to be comfortable. And when you go through all of your questions and do it 30 times, you need to be able to give yourself feedback, right, guys? You have to. If you don't give yourself feedback, after the 10th time, you'll be able to identify which questions you truly are struggling with, and you can zoom in on those more as well. Okay? Christian says, I would like feedback on my LinkedIn profile. All right. Christian, let me pull you up right here very, very quickly. Christian. Bias Perez. And Christian, there you are. I just sent you a LinkedIn connecting, by the way. Is this your first time, Christian? If you are, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Let me share my screen. I hope this is the right Christian. This is you, but just in case. So here is our friend Christian's profile, customer service coordinator at JetBlue. Even this profile picture would do. Okay, at least I can see his entire face. Everything that I just gave feedback to Leno, you guys do the same thing. You realize that the common thing is what I would need to coach you on is the same thing as everybody else, right? You have to follow the template. I would also recommend you watch the last Friday stream. The playlist is called LinkedIn Profile Review. You can't miss it. Again, I would rather have this section to be telling me about yourself. How many, this is like way before I looked at everything. Remember, my attention span, guys, 5 seconds. If I look at it, I don't like it, I am already moving on to the thousands of other applicants, okay? So the first thing you should say is, how many years experience do you have in customer service coordinator? Basically, what makes you pop, okay? I like the fact that you mentioned this part. I want you to have a section that's called areas of expertise for you, okay? Areas of expertise can also be when like operations coordination, okay? You could say that. You have, when you say jetway over here, it's really cool. I know that you have airway or aerospace experience, but where else? Let's take a look here. But you need a lot of meat. I don't know what your areas of expertise is, or your knowledge. Basically, I don't know what your strengths are. And this is a very good time to put it right here under your about section. Okay. I also don't know what is some of the the high level things that you've done. Over here, you put 8 years of military experience, strong leader, and all that. By the way, the bachelor's degree doesn't mean anything. You could take that part off. This is really tell me about yourself. You can basically just say, I am Christian, okay? And this is tell me about yourself, as well as up here on the about section, okay? Give me a second to like meditate on this. Oh, wow. You're in the army for 8 years. Okay. Systems operator. Okay. Okay. I'm totally making this up and I'll do the best that I can. I will simply just say, I have about a decade of experience. I got my MBA in business administration. Spent 8 years in military. I'm a veteran. There, I was transmission systems operator. In the last nearly 6 years, I dealt with operational staffing coordinations and dealing with internal and external stakeholders for JetBlue. I'm really interested in this opportunity to learn more and see how I could benefit, Amazon. If I'm interviewing for Amazon, you see where I'm going. Typically, I will never mention degree or anything like that, but you have a couple things that make you stood out, Christian. Okay. One, you have the military background. That's why I mentioned military. Veteran is highly acknowledgeable right now for all employer, any employer. And let me explain. Every single veteran who came to me, every one of them all land a position at Amazon. There's 8 of them. True story, guys. Every single one of them. They don't even have the experience like you do, Christian. Their experience is purely military, and boom, Amazon picked them up as an operation program manager or an area manager. Okay. In your case, you will be a good fit for an area manager, even an operation program manager, because you have a master degree. That's why I mentioned master degree earlier. Okay. Over here, I love your experience in operation. For example, look at this: ground operation, airport operation, operation staffing coordinator. You see all of these? These are huge buzzword, my friend. Transmission systems operation. So my friend, under the about section, you're going to call areas of expertise. You are going to drop all those buzzword in there. Okay, look at my review with Leo earlier, as well as last Friday's stream. You can see a lot of the different template. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know, Christian, if that makes sense to you. You have a lot of meat, but you have to fix your branding. Okay, I would again, because you are competing with millions, not thousands or 100 millions of people, I want you to give me a sentence or something on here. Tell me, what are you responsible for? And then you can give me 2 bullets of what have you been able to accomplish, right? For someone who spent 8 years with the US Army, I know that you're determined. I know that you have a high sense of bias for actions. I know you can deliver results. I know all of that stuff, but your LinkedIn profile is not doing you any justice because I'm not seeing it. Okay? If I'm a military recruiter, I'm still going to reach out to you because of your position title of systems operator, like operation. You have that experience. I will still want to talk to you, but I'm not sure what you're a good fit for. You wanted to fix your credentials, so you're saving the recruiter and hiring managers time. All right, buddy? Okay, and I'm back. Dun, dun, dun. Ashley, need to do more. I love for you to pull up my LinkedIn profile. Okay, cool. All right, let's do Ashley. And Shaladia, I don't have to review yours because I'm going to do that on Monday in my office hour live for you, my friend. Okay? Ashley Marie Kingsley. Ashley. Is it? This should only be. Yay, that is you. Well, your picture could be in frame a little bit better, but that would do. I'm picky, but not that nitpicky. Let me remove Christian here. Here you go. Let's go to this camera. Okay. Again, I like to see a lot more here. You could also put what industry you came from. I would expand more on your headline. Okay. I will never use the word expert in anything. I don't know. Maybe that's a recruiting thing. Of all the years of experience I've been in, and even with hiring leaders, the first reaction we say is, well, this person considers themselves an expert, uh, developer and manager. So let's really dive deep. You don't want to put yourself in there. I would simply just say that I have XYZ years of experience as a leader in engineering and management of national international security management system, utilizing my hands on. That's good, like that. Okay, I would smooth it out a little bit. I like it. Your unique background. You see what Ashley is doing here. This is cool. This is actually good. You're not talking about soft skill, but you are providing a little bit more information and things like procedure, policy, compliance that are all related to security. Okay? It's going to help with your buzzword. I need your domain expertise in there, or your areas of expertise. It's missing. Basically, I'm starting to repeat myself here. If you guys grow up, I'm going to make the review very, very fast, because literally everything that I've just given Christian and Leo is exact same thing. I love the fact that you have your written. I don't know what this is, but I love that. When you guys have written something, published something, did something, supported a team that or product or services you're extremely proud of, go ahead and put them on here, because that also makes your LinkedIn profile stand out. Okay, this is really short. It doesn't tell me anything. Never include link on here, because people can't click on it and it could look a little tacky. Okay, do not include link that people can't click on. Versus you've been here for 5 years as a tutor. What were some of your impact? Who were your customers? Were they leaders? Were they job seekers? Were they students? Who are they? So explain a little bit more on how you deliver results. Okay, you spend a lot of year in academia. It's not a bad thing. You would also be a very good fit for training, for learning and development at Amazon, right? They have the same similar role at Facebook, at Google, at Microsoft as well. Okay, so those all of those companies would appreciate someone with the curriculum background. It's a good thing, actually. Okay, so there's no information about your background at all. So I don't know anything about you and what you've done. That is missing for me. Okay, excellent academia background, but for hiring managers and recruiters, we would overlook if you don't have a college degree over what you can do and what you can bring on the table. All right, that is my feedback for you, my friend. There you go. I am back. Shola D, yeah, I started recording my videos yesterday. Good for you. Every time I came, every time it came terrible, I'm not liking my own videos. Don't know how others will like the same. The intent of that is when you start recording yourself, you want it to improve over time. That's why you should never rush. Okay? Treat yourself good. Be good to you. I recommend that you guys record yourself once every single day, just like you are in an interview, and do all of the questions all at once. Okay? And if you are part of my Star Interview Accelerator or my VIP member, I need you to copy and paste every single questions and just follow the example of the community, so that I can review your story for them and help you be sounding more perfect before our weekly office hour, which is mock and reverse interview. Okay? That's what it's there for you for. It's if you find yourself making mistakes and whatnot, do the best that you can. I'm telling you guys right now, you will be redoing your story a number of times, a large number, before you make them perfect. It usually takes about a month to perfection your story. Poonam, hi Poonam. Poonam says, today I got a message from the recruiter, wanted to set up some time with you on Monday after the team has a chance to debrief. Have a great weekend, looking forward to connecting. Oh, normally for a recruiter to want to jump on the phone with you, it may be good news. A recruiter typically don't just want to jump on the phone with you just to jump on the phone with you. You guys know that, right? So Poonam, please reach out to me via LinkedIn or show up on my Tuesday afternoon live stream. Let me know what the news is. Either way, okay? Abhuram says, this is my second time attending your live. It's been awesome. Thank you for being here. What are your suggestions in case I am changing my role? I'm working as an SDET for 10 plus years. I want to work as a machine learning engineer in Fang. How should I approach only interview for overall career? If you are changing from a test development engineer to a machine learning engineer, let me just go ahead and put this on here. It really depends. Where are you coming from? Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. And SDET at Microsoft, for example, they are doing more of the QA testing, or from a startup environment. They're probably coding using C sharps, Perl or Shell, maybe Python, but not all of them. And SDET at like Google, Facebook, and Amazon code in at least 500 stack of code. So they're building the entire automation. So why I'm asking you this question is, when you say SDET to machine learning, it's harder if you're not a full stack engineer. That it, for example, um, can you reconstructure and build the entire test automation system like in Java or C++ or Python? If the answer is yes, for you to go from there transition to a machine learning engineer, it's a lot easier and quicker than if you cannot, right? Because then you need to learn how to code and gain those experience in industry related experience. I hope that answers your question. And you would also wanted to do a quick search and just look at some of the machine learning job descriptions. Machine learning is very vague. There's scientists, there's application scientists. What are we referring to? Okay, do you have those experience? Sometimes you don't need all the experience. That's why I was asking you, what type of engineer are you? Are you truly full stack? Because that is a big difference. Miss Mountain Dew, thank you so much for the star. Can a girl please get a star and a thumbs up? Star, 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 star. I love me some star. Thank you so much for the people who are still watching me. And majority of you are not giving me a thumbs up on my channel, guys, not just on the chat, on the channel. Why is that important to me as a content creator? Because when you do so, YouTube is going to help me broadcast my live stream and to relevant audience. Basically, all of you who have buzzword like Amazon, interview at Amazon will be coming right into my live stream. Okay. That's why it's really important during the live stream that you're giving me thumbs up in the video itself. Thank you so much. Whomever that just did. Herpreed, your start template. Do we know what I mean by star template? The star template really walks you through word by word everything. The only thing that I would ask you guys to do is please, I know I mentioned this before in my previous live stream, do not copy my template word by word because no one else had that experience but me. Amazon is very unique. It's not like any other employers I've worked for where the work that you do, you have like another peer or an army of people doing the same project. The Amazon environment is you're going to own the project A to Z and also multiple on your own. So if I'm putting an example out there or anyone else's, you cannot copy their example or sound so similar because they will know that you're cheating. And yes, the recruiting team at Amazon does watch my content, so they do know. Okay. And I still have a lot of friends who are there and they know my background very well as well. It has happened before twice. That's why I feel the need to tell you that. Thank you so much for the star, Chander, Abaram, Shaladatya. M4X says, Amen. I'm spoiled. Yes. You guys are extremely spoiled because even this webinar alone, I don't have time for you to register for my free webinar, so on and so forth. I'm just giving it to you because the market is it's hot. It's still hot, and I see it bouncing back slowly. We're still going to be in a recession for another year. And I wanted you to be ahead of the game. I want all of my community member to get that job, okay? Because you're competing with a handful of people. Bear Noel says, yeah, I'm spoiled. Ashley says, amen. Sin says, I'm spoiled. Yes, you guys are all very, very spoiled. Sin, I appreciate you, and you know I do. E, hello, E. Mark, good seeing you. Look at Mark's fantastic photo right here. Not for your LinkedIn profile, but look at this professional looking race photo here. That's amazing, Mark. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I love thumbs up. Different colors, shapes, and form. Diversity, by the way, in any of my coaching community, the diversity is serious. I would say 90% of the folks in my coaching programs are diversity members, which I love because it is a little bit tougher. Diversity meaning women, Hispanic, Black, Asians, any types of forms, um, and anything. Basically, those are who are really, really struggling. And my goal is to make sure that I give you my true, authentic self. I did teach managing biases as well before with the big corporation. So I know what the inside is. Okay. Let's just leave it right there. And my job, that's why I was advising you guys to get rid of the dates on your education, because I don't want there to be any age discriminations based on the number of years experiences you have on your credential, especially in your resume, your year of graduation. People could figure out how old you are, okay? Jimmy, just had an Amazon interview yesterday. Your tips helped out. Hopefully, I get a response soon. Good luck to you, and please do come back and let us know how that goes. Stacy, hello, Stacy. I want to say big thank you. You signed your offer. Yay! Your coaching and tips were super helpful. Stacy, let us know what part of my coaching helped you the most. And normally everyone would say my version of the star methods. By the way, I did not invent the star method, but I learned what the star method is at Amazon, and I also taught the star method, which is making great hiring decisions for Amazon for 5 years. That's why I'm so adamant about it, because I know it works. And after you are an Amazonian, Stacy, in your day one, your first 30 days, go check out a course. It's called Program Management 101. It's actually called Project Management 101 is a class. Amazon had a lot of great classes. It teaches you how to write proposal, and guess what? Yes, the star method will come into play, okay? You will live star, breathe star, talk star, trust me. It will transform you looking like this even after you leave the organization years later, okay? It's going to help you in your personal life, not just in your professional career, okay? And I believe you are already in my private Facebook group. If you are not, can you please send me a LinkedIn message so I can invite you to that private group as well, just for us to stay in touch and for me to mix you in with a lot of my community member who all landed a job offer. Poonam. Yes, share your experiences, girl. Share it with us. Mike, very helpful. Thank you. You welcome. You welcome, Chanderd. Mike, I love this. Look at Mike. Our buddy Mike here says, didn't even ask me to review his LinkedIn profile. He's basically watching and listening to the coaching for Christian and Leo, and will be implementing that for his own. Yes, I also have a video about that too, guys. I have a video for everything. Punam says, I wanted to set up some time with you on Monday after the team has a chance. Okay. And please do not copy and paste and duplicate your answer. If you want your answer to be a lot quicker, you can join my pay YouTube community by clicking the join button or super chat, because it will show up right away. And that reminds me, I need to look at the screen. Okay. You have to, because right next to your name, I can tell that there's a eat, sleep, star emoji right next to you. At least that's what I'm seeing. Kitaki. Hello, Kitaki. Hungry for employment. I feel like I haven't seen you in the last 2 weeks. Hungry for employment. Diana. I love coffee. There's something about the coffee emoji that really motivates me. This is my favorite Starbucks collection cup from Spain. I end up giving a lot of my cups away because it's just overwhelming, and I'm working on becoming a minimalist. So I don't have more than 6 coffee mug. Kind of regret of giving all of that away, but Spain was one that I will truly keep forever, because I don't know when's the next time I'll be back. Thank you so much for the coffee, Diane. Kian, good day to you. Will it be a problem if my resume is exactly the same as my LinkedIn profile? My work experience and highlights are all the same. That's not a problem at all. The bigger problem is, does your credential really highlight everything in how you're able to contribute to the employer? Is it enough information for you to be found? Okay. As I'm talking to you guys, I am literally freeze to death right now. Sorry, guys. I have to up my heater here. It is extremely cold. It should be about 34-degree today in Seattle. Even though the heater is literally, I am touching it right now, it's freezing. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Kian. Arasa from Mexico. Hello, Aranza from Mexico. Do you have some suggestion on question I can ask to the recruiter during the interview? Um, Aranza, once upon a time when I had my old business page, I have every single documents on there. And when people download my documentations or any of my template, I find more work because I receive thousands of messages asking for more and more and more. It's never enough. So now what I've done is I have composed a lot of my, I call them freebie. It is housed in my Patreon. So it's patreon.com/Holly Lee. I don't advertise my Patreon tier anywhere else. Um, I just don't, because if you were to join my community, that's what it is. I'll eventually put more of the free stuff back into the new website. My team is working on that, so that's why you don't see that anymore. Okay, so and I also learned that a lot of the community member don't think outside of the box. um, you have to ask yourself, if you're interviewing for a position, what do you want to know from the hiring manager? Okay. For me, I would wanted to know how this individual is going to measure me. How is my success going to be measured? And what is his or her expectation for my role? Okay. I also wanted to know if they can walk me through on my scope outside of the job description. Can you describe for me what my first 30, 60, 90 days looks like in your perspective? And who would be my key customers? Basically, what are your main function? Because what is listed on the job description could be completely different or a lot more. You wanted to make sure that you learned that from the hiring managers. I'm also most interested in the hiring manager, um, just kind of telling me or what would it take for this person to be successful in the role, especially when you are having your future peer interviewing you. I would love for that person to describe what they are struggling with, or what are some of the hiccup their experiences they are experiencing right now. Okay, so those are some of the example from my my template of questions to ask the interviewer. It's really simple. Don't overthink it. I preferably want it to come from you guys and not come from me, because every position is very, very different. Okay. You need to really, I want you to get the job based on feeling that you guys have done everything you can in thinking big. If you guys like think big and dive deep, you're not going to get any position, Amazon or not. Okay. Hey, Jimmy. One question, but still pass the interview if you did well overall. Well, it really depends on what the question is and how big of a question that you did not do well in. For example, if you're able, and this is a true story, okay? I have a community member recently interviewed at Amazon where he's a software engineer. He aced his problem solving and coding extremely well, but he was really struggling with the most innovative thing that he's ever done, and because of that, he didn't get the job. Okay, you can solve the problem, but if you don't have the scope or the scale, you're not going to get the job. So again, it really depending on the question. RP, I have my second interview with Apple in 3 hours. Woohoo! Can we please wish our friend RP best of luck in her interview with Apple? If Apple didn't hand you an offer, it will be their loss, because RP, you are phenomenal. You are phenomenal. You're great. I have the pleasure of working with you briefly, and you're ready to go. There's nothing that I would have coached you any different, Because if any of you guys are in any of my coaching community, especially my VIP and Star Interview Accelerator, there's not anything else that I would have coached you differently. I know that once you've graduated from my program, which is generally after 2 to 3 months, you're pretty much ready to go. Okay. And I would encourage you to ask probing questions, clarify the questions before you answer if it's unclear to you. Okay. Apple loves fire and you have a lot of fire. So best of luck to you and make sure you let me know. Okay. Mark says Holly rocks. Mark, I did not pay you for this. Maybe I should. You rock. You're amazing. And thank you for all your support and being here. Arasa from Mexico says, thanks, Holly, for all your advice. Is having so much. You're welcome. Suryam says, can you explain what this means? Once you interview with a full loop, let me make it smaller. Once you interview with a full loop, you have to wait around 6 months. What that means is that you have interviewed and it didn't work out for any reason. You're probably borderline and you are probably lacking, I'm just going to say scope or some of the experiences, and you have to wait for 6 months. In the 6 months, if I were you, I would practice on storytelling. If they're making that statement, that means they really like you and you need to show up more on your storytelling in answering those famous behavioral questions. Okay? Ash says, how do I find PM L4 position? What do you mean by the how do you find PM L4 positions? All you would have to do, Amazon is not a company who says L3, L4, anything like that. When you read a job description, you can pretty much tell. It will say 2 or 3+ years experience. That's how you know. Again, guys, I hope you guys are not only looking for Amazon because a lot of the companies are also hiring right now. I spoke about this a little briefly because if I see my newsfeed on LinkedIn where they're hiring a lot of recruiters or recruiting leader like myself, that means if they're investing money in building a recruiting team, which generally we have no love, my industry, if they do, that's a clear indication that the organization is picking up. And I've seen a lot of those in the last week. Okay. Iyas. Hi, Iyas. Thanks for all your suggestions. Can you please review my LinkedIn profile? Let's see here. Oh, wrong one. I'm trying to pull you up on YouTube but not LinkedIn. Yes, there you are. There are 2 of you, but this is you. Here you are. Iyas, please let me know if I'm reading your name correctly. First of all, your profile, I would redo them. Oh, you don't have to redo them. Actually, take that back. The top of your head, it's just a lot of gap. Look at the photo right now. Look at the YouTube video right now. You see how my head, the tip of my head and the wall are a little bit higher. So I would move it a little bit more. That way it's not making you so much lower than the ceiling. Okay. That's what I know. That's nitpicky. It just look a little bit more professional. You are data analyst. I would simply just say data analyst. I would simply just call myself data analyst and engineer instead of saying this and this because there's a lot of similarity. I love it. A BI guy. The same feedback that I've given everyone else on here for the LinkedIn review. Please scroll back up. You're missing, in your case, I want your technical skills. I don't know what you're coding in, what your expertise is. I would love to see your technical expertise right here. Go home with it. Write a whole page if you should. Okay, all of it. And your profile is pretty much empty. I know nothing about you. You have been here for 4 years. Perform full stack data analyst. That's good. If you've been here for this long, I want at least 3 bullets, bare minimum, just for this right here. What was your business impact? What was your ROI? What have you built? What products were you able to successfully brought live to? What does it mean as a data analyst? And you mentioned full stack, so you need to be able to back that up. Okay, how does that translate to adding business value? and you build many, many dashboard, which is good. I like the fact that you're providing more detail. This is under your technical skill as well. You could leave it there. It's just going to help you buzzwords. But what is that trans? How is that a business impact? Is it saving them efficiency? Right? Because if you're building dashboard, it's saving people time and efficiency, right? Is it saving the company money, right? Is it saving costs because you're able to save them time without hiring additional people to do whatever they need to without your dashboard creation, right? Same thing as a web developer. What have you built? What have you launched? And how long does it take for you to bring something and bring the product live? So I know nothing about that for your entire experience. And Python is a huge skills, huge skills. You need to be able to elaborate what have you done. Okay? All right. Without spending too much time because the feedback is pretty much the same with everybody else. I'm going to pick on someone new now. Gabasa. Hello, Gabasa. I must say for the past 5 weeks, your YouTube videos have been my running playlist. That's it? Just 5 weeks? Thanks so much for the content. We'll have my final round next week. Well, congratulations for making it this far. And please come back and let me know how your final round goes, okay? Raji says, what Amazon looks in content of behavioral questions? Well, if you have watched any of my videos at all, Rajit, I talk about all of my Amazon playlists. Go watch all of them. Like, seriously, guys, all of them. If you are not willing to watch the content, and by the way, they're timestamped, you are actually not watching every single one of them. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because if you don't do that, I don't know who's watching. Okay, I literally don't know who's watching. So when you do that, and some of the example is this one, this playlist alone, these are specific examples and answer from my personal experience. Okay, those are the questions. Those are literally all of the questions I'm giving you, including the answer with this one. Okay, there's an answer for every single thing. You just have to do the hard work. I mean, you just have to do the easy work, I should say. The hard work's already done, and I'm giving it all to you. Suri 2014. How are you? Kitaki says, ooh, this is, here you go. Kitaki says, I have my, excuse me, I have my TPM interview. Guys, I need to buy another heater. I think I don't even have time to fix it because I'm here with you guys. Lamb, how are you, Lamb? Kitaki says, I have a TPM role coming up. Your videos are helping me a lot. When you're doing TPM, make sure you're brushing up on your system's design and architecture background, okay? Kitaki, for example, how do you design Amazon Locker? How do you design Netflix? Okay, things like that. Those type of questions are generally going to be asked. How do you design Amazon Fulfillment Center? Basically, design something. You will be asked. And Mark, you have no question for me. Aship, thank you. I think you are new to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Joseph, how are you, Joseph? Recently joined the community. Useful tips for job interview. Thanks, Joseph. M4X is interviewing for senior diversity, equity, and inclusion leader. So you're interviewing for a level 7 leader. Congratulations. Good luck. Best of luck to you. Ramen says, wait, freezing? Freezing, Holly? Where are you from? I am in Seattle, Washington. I actually moved here from San Francisco. I grew my career in Silicon Valley, and for some reason, this new heater keep on dropping. My heater can't keep up with me. Help, please help. I need a heater that works better. Yeah. So there won't be any more sun for us, and we'll experience winter for the next 6 months, and you just kind of get used to it. I'm not really bothered with the weather anymore. It keeps people calm on the street. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Stacy says, what help from your suggestion? Your constant stressing. Stacy, I love this. Okay. Here's a tip from a now Amazonian. Stacy says, what really helped is my constant, yes, I nag and nag and nag about STAR methods and the 14 leadership principle to help study and prepare, writing down the stories. Are you guys hearing this? She wrote down, remember the story that I am telling and kept on nagging you guys about every single person who landed an offer from Amazon wrote down the stories and answer? Here you go, guys. Here's another one. Um, and having the 14 leadership taped in front of me. Exactly. Exactly. You need to know what they are. I love it. That is extreme obsessive of deliver results. No wonder you got the position there. Confidence, relaxing, and continuing to come back to your session and take notes, applying them to my stories. That's a very strong bias for actions and hunger. Congratulations for working so hard. You deserve it, girl. Punkat says, I have prepared a lot for STE1. Got 3 referrals, but still not heard back once from the recruiter. What should I do? Well, you should leverage your recruiter, by the way, and have your recruiter follow up. Have your referral help follow up with the recruiter and also the hiring manager. I would say, hey, recruiter, can you please take my resume and show it to the engineering manager? Any engineering manager for that matter. Kitaki says, should I expect behavioral questions on the first call with the recruiter to discuss the role? It really depends on how good the recruiter is. That's an excellent questions. And thank you for using the word recruiter and not HR, because it does bug the crap out of me when everyone says, well, HR reach out to me. HR says this. HR will never reach out to you as a candidate. The recruiter does. Um, Depends. For me, I do. For me, one of my favorite questions to ask all of the candidates would be, can you please, if you're a software engineer, I would simply just say, can you walk me through a time where you're able to build a product from conception, from content to conception? And they would be like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? I repeat myself. Can you please walk me through a product where you have built from ground up, and how were you able to bring it to market, or how did it go live? Can you walk me through? The reason why I ask um, technical program managers or tech folks that question, that's one of my favorite to ask, is because just by one questions, I can tell what their scale, what their scope is, if they're able to deliver results. Are they asking me good probing questions, qualifying questions? Are they able to think big and dive deep? If they tell me that I've never done it before, then the conversation is basically over. Okay. Unless you're interviewing for a very junior position at Amazon, sure, probably. But from the moment you're interviewing for even a level 5 position, any mid level, you have to be able to accomplish something. Okay. That's why I love asking that. A lot of the recruiters simply just wanted to qualify to see if you are interviewing with other companies, do you have any pending offer. I do that stuff, but before I waste your time in doing that stuff, I want to make sure that you are qualified for the position, because I don't want to waste your time. So within the first 5 minutes, I already know if you're going to make it through the loop or not, just by asking you that one question. Okay. So Kataki, walk me through a time that you're able to build a product or program from scratch, and how were you able to bring it to market? Okay. You got to ask yourself this. If you're struggling to answer this questions right now, look at the playlist that I just showed you, and every single playlist that has Amazon in it. Talk about Amazon. I have to return this heater. This is a Tautronic brand. Tautronic usually makes really good stuff. I have their air purifier. That's fabulous. I have one that's blowing up cool and warm mist. But for some reason, this heater is 4.5 star, and this lasted 2 weeks. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I have to say goodbye to you, Mr. Heater. Harpreet says, can you please review my LinkedIn profile? Sure, Harpreet. This is probably going to be the last LinkedIn profile review, okay? Let me put you on here first. Harpreet. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like singing Christmas music. Okay, I think this is you right here. Yeah? Okay. Alrighty, so she's I love your channel art. I like your channel art. I like it. It's your personal brand that sticks out. I love it. Everybody, check out her profile picture. Finally, a perfect profile picture and channel art. I love it. You're actually following a lot of the stuff to a T. Look at this. Vision driven change agent, seasoned sourcing, operational professional, driven leader, experienced in business manager and problem solver. Let's go down here. I would also put down supply chain management as well, because that's a big buzzword for you, my friend. Okay? I would put supply chain management up here. So rather than putting problem solver, I would put supply chain right here. Rather than putting result driven leader, I would just put um, supply chain leader. It just sounds better. It's going to help the recruiter find you more as well. Okay? Alrighty. I would remove my phone number or email address on here. And here's why, guys. Yes, we are all open for opportunities, but we don't want to make ourselves look desperate, even though we are all desperate. I know I'm contradicting myself. Just bear with me for a second, because when a recruiter or hiring manager or employer, anyone wants to reach out to you, guess what? They already have access to your email address. Okay. LinkedIn have what is called the premium account or LinkedIn recruiter account. They already know your contact information. So don't do that. But another thing is that if you haven't already, you get a lot of people spamming you to death. Okay. You don't want to do that. There's a lot of bots. There's a lot of marketers in the social media. I will not advise for you to put things like this. So let the recruiter come to you without putting any personal contact information. I like the fact that you have a lot of words. I don't necessarily need to read it, but again, it's going to help your buzzword. I love it. Look at what she did. She's putting down all of you. You could just copy and paste from your headline. Go for it. The more you repeat yourself in the right places, right? It's going to help you to be found. This is cool. I would also put down an areas of expertise or a domain expertise. Basically, what makes you really stood out. Domain expertise means supply chain, operation, meaning also logistic, right? And I haven't read through your entire background yet. So there's a buyer right here, buyer or buyer management, right? There's a lot of those buzzword on here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Even if I'm not reading it, you don't have to remove it. Just leave it here. If you're going to say something like this, my friend, right here, this whole paragraph, I will turn it into bullets, especially right here where you say, I would do this just one line and how you're able to save $3 million. That's it. Even if you take this entire paragraph, just give me one line and give me one line. As a supply chain leader, I was able to save my company wide. You don't even have to say hospital wide, just company wide goal of $3 million in saving in 2019. You can just say it smoothly like that, make you pop. Because like this, you're not popping because I have to look for it. Okay? Remove this because that's not relevant to the role that you're trying to get. What your colleagues think about you. Nope. Don't tell them every single thing. Okay? I would remove all of this. Give me a domain expertise and or areas of expertise. Okay? Really nice credential, by the way, Harpreet. Generally, on a normal day, I would say don't put too much bullets on here because it looks messy. It's not your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile, the difference between that and your resume is that your LinkedIn profile should be a concise outline of your resume. Okay. It should highlight a lot of your ROI. But because, my friend, you're competing with a million people right now, I'm not going to have you remove any of this, but I am going to ask you to remove things that are not relevant. For example, right here, educate that you're a code, you support the buyer. When anytime you're supporting something, get rid of it because you're a supply chain management. So you want to put everything down where you have led, where you have owned, where you have drove, where you have impact. Keep everything like this. Carry out, leave it. Manage, yes. Collaborate. Even with collaboration, just get rid of it. Okay, it's just like all off like optimize. Oh, I can't talk. Mitigation risk optimization, like fulfillment demand, all of that could be going under your domain expertise right here, my friend, right here on your about section. Okay, don't lose the content, move them in the right place so it looks a lot cleaner. I like the bullet, leave the bullet. I would merge two of your bullets and turn them into a sentence describing your role and responsibility. Okay, great background. Clean it up a little bit. Same feedback as here. I love this. This could be its own sentence. Serve as a team leader case. Yeah, be let that be its own sentence. Phenomenal background. Wow, yeah, you have an electrical engineering background. You went from that to be a business person. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Doctor of physical therapy. Look at you go. My goodness, talking about diversity in academia and experience. Harpreet, let me know in the comment below. What are you struggling with? What position are you trying to get? Because this is a very good background for supply chain management. If you are interviewing for Amazon, I would say operation program manager, hands down. Operation programs manager. I don't want to say the difference between area manager and operation. Oh, sorry, let me put my screen back up here for a second. By the way, you guys enjoy hanging out with me? If you're still enjoying hanging out with me, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Okay. So, area manager is basically folks who have a college degree. Okay. They're more, I don't want to say junior, but they're managing the area versus operation is the entire operation, including the area manager will be reporting to you, operation program managers. Okay. In your case, the fact that you have so many college degree and so many years of experience, you would be at the bare minimum a level 6. You're even you would be, yeah, you would be a level 6, 6, 7, 6. I would say more of a 6 than a 7, because if I look at your experience, you spent the bulk of your career as a physical therapy case manager, and you're moving from that to more of your relevant experience, which you've done for 3 years. But you have the academic background to back you up. Okay, does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you. Stacy. Watch all of Holly's playlists. Yes. Watch all of them. It does work. Okay, I have to quickly wrap this up because I have an appointment I have to run to. Okay, Paul, I'm currently being considered for 2 roles at Amazon. Both roles belong to the same recruiter. Do you know what process regarding the final loop? It would just be the same thing. It looks like the recruiter is supporting one org, but two different hiring managers. So the bar is the same thing. So don't read into it for too much. Okay. Seattle is freezing. I've been here for 6 years now, Stacy. The first I moved here end of September 6 years ago. And within the month of October to November, I thought I was gonna die. I'm not over exaggerating. Living in Silicon Valley, I grew up in Silicon Valley, like San Jose, Milpitas, that area where summer is like 9 months of a year. I don't even own a coat, guys. We don't believe in gloves. If you live in Silicon Valley, I don't know if they even wear gloves. So within the first 30 days in Seattle, my butt immediately drove to REI and I bought two thick winter jacket. I even bought snow pants for myself. It was freezing. I remember the freezing nights. It was okay. I probably shouldn't say that. That's not helping Amazon have people relocate to Seattle. But you will get used to it. You eventually get used to it. It's very calm. But when summer comes for a hot second, 2 3 months or so out of the year, you feel like you're not even in Washington. It's beautiful because you have the Puget Sound mountain and the water, they just meet. It's amazing. Okay. Still recovering. Okay, let me know how I can help, Mark. All right, guys. For those of you who I have not had an opportunity to answer, I think I've answered everybody already. Anura, coming up first interviewed in Chime. Any suggestion? Everything we just talked about, my friend. You got to check out my playlist, especially the ones with answers and examples on there. Okay. Thank you so much for spending this Friday with me. If you missed it, look, my kid and I wrapped some gift for you guys back here. We didn't have time to add some Christmas light around that. Maybe next week. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see all of you guys on my free Tuesday webinar at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are not my pay YouTube member, make sure you hit the join button so you don't miss Friday sections starting next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Goodbye for now.